Welcome back to the Pig Trail. It is time for our recruiting report. Otis Kirk joining me right now. We're going to switch it up a little bit today. We're going to talk about some transfers this time around. Let's just start with Luke Jones, an offensive line guy that just decided to commit to Arkansas recently.
Yeah, you know, everybody talks about Eric Musselman getting all the transfers, but Chad Morris has not been bashful in that department, and Luke is the latest, and boy, that's a big-time pickup for them. We talked about it last Sunday on this show about, you know, he was wanting to come back to Arkansas and stuff. And it was just, at that time, and I didn't want to, you know, just bust it out completely. But Luke, they had been working on that for a while about getting him, you know, about him getting back to Arkansas and playing for the Razorbacks. But he's about 6'5", about 300 pounds, a little over 300, plays center. Actually, he can play any of the offensive line positions.
Wow.
He played center at Notre Dame, and he can play center here. But he's capable of playing all. He's probably going to be interior, but he can play guard. But, you know, I mean, Dustin likes to cross-train the kids anyway, and so I'm sure he'll probably end up playing some center and guard here. The question is, will he be eligible in 2019 or will it be 2020? Because he's not a grad transfer.
Yeah.
And so if he is trying to get appealed to get immediate eligibility, and if he gets that, then he'll have 3 to play 3 at Arkansas, 3 years. Well, actually, he'd have 4 to play 3.
They're also addressing the need at kicker. They've you know, Jared Sackett, he's done pretty well in the past couple of years.
Yeah, he has. He is 33 of 41 on field goals, long of 51. In fact, his only attempt over 50 yards he made, it was 51 yards. He has one miss between 20. He has 8 misses in 2 years. One was between 20 and 29. 7 of them was 40 to 49 range. But he's also, as a freshman, was 19 of 22 on field goals down there, and he's missed 1 PAT and 42 attempts. He played at Texas San Antonio. Kid about 6'1", 190, got good size, and he kicked 2 years. There again, he is not a grad transfer. He is just a regular transfer. Yeah. He will sit out the 2019 season, which is good because that will give him 2 years after Connor Limpert leaves.
Well, Traylon Smith, a running back out of Arizona State, can he make an immediate impact with this team? Yeah,
well, you know, he's another kid that's not a grad, so he's going to have to sit out. Yeah. But, yeah, I think he will simply because of numbers. Because, you know, people talked about running back, but, you know, we saw in the spring they were over there putting walk-on wide receivers at running back. Yeah. You've got to have numbers there and that's a position that really, you look at it on a team, and you hear people say, why do they need so many running backs? But then about halfway through the season, when half of them's on the injury list, people figures out why you need them. It's just a position that they get hurt a lot, they get beat up, and you've got to have some depth. Well,
a lot of new faces in the quarterback room this year. Nick Starkel is one of those new faces from Texas A&M. What do you know about him?
Boy, I'll tell you what, that's a kid I really like. Yeah. He's 6'3", about 218 pounds, was at the red-white game. Got size. I saw him in the Belk Bowl, I believe it was 2017. 499 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, and you just think, man, this kid is the future at Texas A&M. But then Jimbo Fisher comes in, Luke Mons beats him out, and you know, and Nick ends up at Arkansas. I had a friend named Greg Starkel, so I'm only going to call Nick Greg about 400 times in the next 2 years. But Nick will be eligible this fall. Yeah. He is a grad transfer. He'll have 2 years to play.
Otis Kirk, thank you so much for your time, for being here. We'll be back with more on the Pig Trail after this.